Aorus FV43U versus the Samsung Odyssey G7. Hi friends and welcome to Viktors Reality. Today we have a versus video on these two amazing monitors and we'll be testing a couple of things today. We'll be taking a look at the Blurbusters UFO Test. Also we'll be doing a text test. Even slow motion 120Hz FPS on the camera to better show you the differences between both monitors among various videos to showcase both monitors as they are amazing. And we'll do this on today's segment of Monitor Wars. This is a versus video, and I want to show you the differences, and I hope you have fun along the way. Please friends, if you do find this video helpful, please leave a like and subscribe if you do want to see more versus videos among these two awesome monitors. And leave a comment down below which one you think looks better. Thanks guys. But you can see here the color saturation of the Aorus monitor is amazing. The brightness power is a whole nother world on this Aorus. Now let's take a look at the Blurbusters UFO Test. To calculate the response times, now on the Aorus I do have it unbalanced and I'm gonna pause it right here. You can see this is the best I can get it unbalanced. It looks really good for the brightness power, but here coming into the G7, the best I can get it right here. Look how amazing, look how crystal clear. I was thinking before maybe the Aorus could come close to the G7, but as we can see, those dreams are thrown out the window as the Samsung Odyssey G7 is still king of VA panels. Everything is retained at that speed, and the thing is, this is not even at 240 Hz. This is at 144 Hz to match the Aorus monitor. So at 240 Hz, it's even clearer, aka better. So you cannot go wrong with the Samsung Odyssey G7. It still is the best VA panel currently for speed and clarity. And here is another picture I was able to take just to get a different angle. You can see the G7 wins. Now let's go with the text test. This is a requested part of the video and I wanted to showcase here. This is Aorus. Now this is the Samsung. Please forgive the graininess as it is a curved panel and the camera is picking that up. Now let's go slow motion with the Aorus again. You can see right here. The 144 Hz is what you're going to have it at. Is that text doable to you? Is that viewable? Can you work with that? Look how awesome though the G7 looks. The G7 does win here, but again, side by side, here is the info you need to see if this is a work and play monitor. I have no issues with it, but I want to put the test here to showcase for you so you can make that decision for yourself. But it's totally legible. Honestly, browsing and using some documents, I have no issues whatsoever. And this is on the latest firmware on both monitors, the Aorus with the F04 and Samsung Odyssey G7 with 1011.0. And here is another test from Blurbusters. This is a gaming test. You can see 30 frames per second and 144 frames per second. Just want to showcase this here. You can also see the 43 versus 32. Now there are black bars on both monitors, again for this test only, but let's slow it down 60% so you can better see. Look at the brightness power. That's something you can easily see here, the brightness power of the Aorus. But again, the Samsung Odyssey G7 is clearer to my eyes at both Hertz, but I want to showcase that here and you can make up your mind which is doable for you. Now here I have the camera at 120 Hz, here at 36 frames, 72 frames, and 144 frames per second. Again, no contest. The G7 wins always. The G7's panel is the best of the best. But to my eyes, the funness you get with the Aorus monitor comes really close, and it's just overall a funner monitor versus a more competitive oriented monitor, which would be the G7. So if you are a competitive player, you play PUBG, you play Fortnite, get the G7. That's the best panel you can get, of course, with VA technologies right now. Here showing some moving pictures on both monitors. Just wanted to showcase that here. You can see the brightness power here of the Aorus, but let's slow it down here at 120 Hz on the camera, just so you can better see the quality of both monitors. Again, I have no issues with the Aorus whatsoever. It's my go-to monitor. If you're gonna ask me, hey, which one do you use right now? I'm using the Aorus. The brightness, the color, you all know I love brightness. I love contrast. I love blow my eyes out. I wanna have fun on this panel that I'm watching right now. I do that right now with the Aorus, and it's just a fun picture. Now look at this section. Look how much color and brightness and information the Aorus has and retains. It's amazing. The G7 is beautiful, don't get me wrong. I mean, that's pinpoint accurate with VA technology. That still is an amazing monitor. But the thing is, this is a versus video. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm trying to show you the differences so you can make up your mind. and see which one is better for you. If you want over-the-top excitement, impressions, immersion, the Aorus monitor on PC and console is amazing, as it is 4K at 43 inches. But if you're more of a competitive, you want accurate pinpoint pictures, especially with VA technology, the G7 is the winner. It's the fastest on input lag, it's the fastest on response time with VA technology. You can't go wrong with the G7. And remember, the one on the left is a flat monitor versus the G7's 1000R curve. Maybe it's not as pronounced here on this video. In person, it is curved, and that's something you might want, you might not want. Everything here is calibrated for the most impactful image that I can get and that I like. And again, you can see the Aorus. The image overall is brighter, and it's even twice as bright, as the G7 is rated at 350 nits full screen, while the Aorus is rated at 600 to 700 full screen typical brightness. It's crazy. The detailed information is still there, nothing blows out because of the brightness. It's a really enjoyable monitor, especially with this color saturation. Look how amazing this picture right here is. And one thing to note, because you're probably going to be thinking, man, that the Aorus has so much color, what's up with the G7? The G7 right now is on user mode. I didn't want to put the cinema preset on the G7 as that contrast is too strong, so I put it on user mode for the most impactful image with a black equalizer of 9, which the contrast with the black levels of the VA panel on the G7 is amazing and does beat the Aorus's monitor. But I think you're seeing this color saturation because of that brightness. Remember guys, it's double the brightness in total full screen power, so you're gonna see an elevated look. There's no way I can show you and say, hey, it's the same color, it's the same thing. You are going to see a huge difference because of that double brightness power. These are all facts, these are all numbers on ratings.com among other reviewers. Again, the G7 is more or less 350 nits, while the Aorus typical is 600 to 750 nits in brightness. So that is double the brightness power, and you can see that here in this video. Look at the light bulb here, and I'm gonna pause it because I said in a previous video on the Aorus is one of the worst monitors for degradation when you move from side to side. 3 people in front of the monitor, there is no issue. Once you go 4 and 5, this is what happens. It starts degrading from an angle. You can see on the right side, it's starting to degrade. Now I'm at a very small angle, and you can see the camera is super sensitive, but it's picking up some kind of degradation. So I hope you can see that here on the left and right side, more on the right on the Aorus, while the G7 is perfect. Now the G7 is curved, so that's another thing, but it's not degrading like this flat panel as it is. I'm tilted a little bit to the left, facing the right, if that makes any sense. And that's why I said in the Halo video with the Aorus, 3 people wide is no problem. 4 and 5, you're gonna start seeing degradation, especially 6 and 7, it's huge. And I will make a video on that showing you the degradation of it. As again, I'm not trying to sell you anything, I'm trying to show you the differences, and if you can put up with this, if you're not gonna sit 7 people wide, if you're not gonna work at an angle, the Aorus monitor is the most fun, impactful monitor that I have right now. And it's still my go-to monitor. I enjoy it, I love it. Web browsing, no issues. Gaming again, no issues. And even media is amazing on this 43-inch at 4K. So I hope this video answered some questions from you all. I know I've gotten a couple of questions regarding text, regarding response times, and image quality, and I thought this was a perfect video to showcase the G7 versus the Aorus. You can see right here with the light bulbs, the G7's VA panel is top-notch, but the Aorus monitor is still amazing with brightness, power, and color saturation, but it does degrade faster than other VA panels that I have, and I want to show that here in this video. So friends, if you found this video helpful, please leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on that notification bell so you never miss out on a future Aorus FV43U or Samsung Odyssey G7 video. I'll see you guys next time.